Joined right now by Niall Stanage, the White House columnist for The Hill. Good morning to you, Niall. I love to talk to you about things that make me smile. This particular headline today is not going to be that kind of a story. So you actually wrote an article about the Rittenhouse trial and that there are different realities emerging. So just break this down for us.
I think, one of the difficulties in the whole trial of Kyle Rittenhouse and this whole matter is the fact that it has been viewed by completely different teams politically through different lenses. And so people are either claiming that Kyle Rittenhouse is a vigilante who must be punished, or he's a patriotic citizen who stood up for property rights and things of that nature. And the problem is that those things then become disconnected from the actual facts of the case.
Well, and I know that I want to get into some of those facts, but one of the things that I hadn't really thought about in a little while was the fact that he was a 17-year-old when he decided to get a gun and go down and try to do the right thing, according to him, defend himself, according to him, and maybe provoke violence, according to the prosecution here. But 17 years old, does this speak to us needing to have some larger conversations as families, as parents, with our children who, again, I know 17 is considered legal age in a lot of people's minds because they're full grown, but just trying to interpret what's happening in our world has to be extremely difficult for a lot of people.
Yeah, and I think that's a really great point, Adrienne. This is a situation where a 17-year-old person decides that they should go into a situation where there is uproar taking place with an assault-style rifle. Now, we can argue then one way or another about what happened when Kyle Rittenhouse was confronted with this guy or confronted the other guy, but 17-year-olds go in with assault-style rifles onto the streets. That does seem, and I think this is your point, to speak to a deeper kind of sickness, honestly, in American society and real problems that are much broader than this trial.
And whatever decision you've made in your mind, for those watching at home, whatever opinion you have about the situation, it still speaks to the kinds of conversations, like you're saying, that need to be had. President Biden, no doubt, is aware of what's happening in this. We know that in Wisconsin, the National Guard is already being positioned just in case of whatever happens. But Biden actually sent a tweet before the election criticizing former President Trump for refusing to condemn white supremacy and militia-minded citizens. So I guess, is there a lot of pressure on Biden in terms of what his response is following the verdict either way?
Yeah, I think it's a delicate line that he has to walk. Obviously, he can't say anything until there is a verdict, because that would be regarded as, rightly, as interference in the judicial process. But once a verdict is announced, I think it is very delicate because of the point we were discussing when we started, Adrienne, the fact that this is a situation where you do have, once again, politically opposite teams desperately wanting one verdict or another. And for the president to transcend that is a genuinely difficult task.
Yeah, and maybe insurmountable task. Niall, thank you so much as always. Good to see you. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click on the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.